Yes, YouTube, what's good? Jermaine here, welcome back to another video. This is another brand audit of a brand called Nora the Label, based within the Middle East. Okay, they run ads all around the world. We're going to go ahead and break down their funnel, give you guys some free information, give you guys some free value on exactly how these guys are performing the way they are performing with the meta ads and the e-commerce website. These guys are I believe they're women's founded fashion brand based within the Middle East, heavily tailored towards making more traditional clothing for Middle Eastern women. So a very interesting brand within its own unique niche. To break it down, I'll walk through their funnel inside my screen. So let's see how well they're doing. Follow me in. Welcome to inside my screen. This is Nora Label Growth Audit. We're going to go over the growth strategy, the meta ads, maybe a little bit of Google ads, and the creative process and the website and how things are performing for them. So hopefully you guys can take some advice and some value from myself, who's been in the space for 7 years now within a paid ads agency. So let's get into it. So let's go over the brand strength. So first things first, they have a very premium luxury positioning. Okay, the pricing point is pretty high as well. So that does present itself as a much more premium identity to their customers, and that's the kind of customers that they're trying to acquire. They're very high average order value, okay, and have a good, excellent foundation for scaling, which is obviously good news for them. The core opportunities is kind of as follows. Okay, so these guys, I want to go to the website here and I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like. So this is their brand right now. As you can see, they have the TikTok pixel installed and they have the Facebook pixel hopefully installed. But this is what it looks like overall. As you can see, clean website. I would say again, similar to the last audit, this is a lot of real estate that they have smack bang on the homepage here, but it's not as big as the other one. There's some social proof here, which is good to see. And then they're going straight into their products here, okay, as we can see. Okay, so super clean products, high end, good average order value that they'd have off the back of this. Just looking at the pricing products, they've got the other sets and categories here. Another visual header here. They're based in Dubai, as you guys can see, and they have a very well positioned kind of website right now. Let's look at their Instagram. So the Instagram, very well established, 100K followers on Instagram, clean aesthetic. They're following those kind of neutral Middle Eastern Arabic kind of tones on their color theme and their branding. And you can see all of their branding and all their posts are done with purpose. They're not just posting random images or random colors. They're very much following their brand theme, okay? And it sounds so simple, but guys, there are so many brands out there that just post UGCs and content and categories and shoots, just a whole jungle of things on the feed, and it just doesn't look as clean. These guys, to be fair to them, have done a really great job on keeping it as clean as possible, okay? And we can see that on their page. So when people see their ads and they click on the Instagram, there's a very nice, clean aesthetic attached to it, okay? It's not messy and it's not all over the place, which is very, very good to see. Now let's look at some of their landing pages. As we can see here, clean. I would probably say they could add some more reviews on the product pages. They've got no reviews here. It looks like, do they have split payment? If not, that's something that definitely could be introduced. I'm not going to go here because I might add in my credit information. They have pay later, which is nice, tabby. I would have that attached to here so that people can see that. Okay, that can be a very good attachment to them. Yeah, overall very clean, very aesthetic, nothing too crazy to go over here. Core opportunity. So guys, the core opportunity for these guys is they could probably sell a little bit more aspiration opposed to just products. Okay, and another big thing, and it was very similar to the last video, is that they can make their founders more visible. Maybe they don't want to. Okay, completely fine if they don't. But if they are looking to scale and maybe they've not seen this idea or heard this idea before, if they can make it more founder based, okay, how these women built this brand, why did they build these particular products, how did it impact their lives, how did it make them feel, how did it make that potential customer feel, that emotional storytelling is what really sells. That's what's going to help them stand out a lot more to the other brands in their niche and their other competitors, because they are seen as a lot more unique. Okay, and there's a lot more of attachment to that. Whereas there's a lot of fashion brands in the Middle East right now, but is there a lot of women-based fashion brands that are showing the owners and founders on camera, on UGC, on ads, on videos, and are they building that community around that? Okay, again, that's how Represent do it. That's how all these huge brands do it, started from zero, right? Founder base, building a community around it, and that is what absolutely crushes sales. The creative strategy, okay, these guys are doing 70% videos, 30% static. They are creating a lot of content, okay, and I would highly recommend they start to introduce founder-based content, okay. I would highly recommend they kind of do more UGC-based content and they're already doing luxury lifestyle videos. They're doing occasion-based campaigns. We can actually see the ads that these guys are currently running here. Okay, that kind of UGC-ish style, nothing too crazy. They're trying to keep that premium style to it. This looks like a brand shoot that they just did. Another brand shoot that they just did. Okay, super clean, super aesthetic. But even still, to be honest with you guys, these guys are only running 19 ads right now. They could probably run a lot more ads, to be honest with you. A lot more variations. Okay, they could be running more static ads. Okay, more videos. Okay, not only are they just mainly running their shoots, okay, different campaign shoots that they're doing, but they could definitely run more videos. Okay, more try on hauls, all this kind of stuff, without going down the whole way of the whole TikTok style brand, because that's the way they don't want to be perceived from what I can see, and the way they're approaching the market. But they can do that in a way more aesthetic way, in a way more luxury based way, and they can really crush off that, right? They can add more creative diversity into their creatives. Okay, so that's just one big thing that they could add to their funnel. In terms of their landing page strategy, okay, they could definitely implement more dedicated landing pages towards each collection. What that does is that separates the landing pages instead of sending everything to just the direct home product page. Okay, yes, that does work very well. It must be working well for them, otherwise they wouldn't be running these ads. But they should be testing a lot more variations. Okay, when I look on the ads, they'll run it all to either a collection page or all just to a straight product page. They could create separate landing pages filled with a bit more information, a bit more content, a bit more USPs attached to that landing page, and that could definitely help improve their conversion rates. This is what a lot of the big brands do, and a lot of the smaller brands, smaller to medium brands, just don't quite hit the mark on it yet, because they're just, I don't know, they're not doing it, or just a lack of knowledge, right? They could do more wedding guest based content, wedding based on the landing pages, introduce more evening wears to add more resort collections, avoiding more homepage traffic. They still are sending some ads to the homepage. Again, that really dilutes the pixel, it really dilutes the funnel for those customers coming through, and it can affect the sales quite significantly. The Google ad opportunities, okay, I would definitely recommend they run more Google ads. Okay, luxury dresses in Dubai, dress designers UAE, wedding guest dresses, premium modest fashion, all these keywords they should be running for. The Google recommendation in terms of a campaign structure would look as follows: 40% Advantage Plus, okay, in shopping campaigns, 30% creative testing. They could do then 15% on their best sellers, 15% on their collection campaigns. We're going to keep this more meta focused, okay? We're not going to go too much on the Google ads, but this is pretty much what they could be introducing to the Google ad side of things to improve their revenues that come from the paid ads quite significantly. The ad concepts, okay, these are some different ad concepts that I think that they could definitely do to improve the ads that they're doing right now. The dress that they're remembering behind the scenes, okay, again, for this type of brand, premium type of brand, behind the scenes would work incredibly well, okay? Fabric close-ups, again, the customers are paying a much higher price for these products. They don't actually have much fabric-based or clothing-based ads, right? Just kind of aesthetic ads that they're running, but they don't actually have any ads going over like what's in the actual fabrics. What is that customer going to be wearing, okay? Again, something that at this premium price range, I'm sure would definitely alert and help their customers be more at ease. Day to night transitions, okay, just different ad content that they could do. Customer styling, how would they style with different accessories? How would they style with different headwear? How would they style with different shoes? Wearing that product that they're wearing from Nora the Label, that's another unique angle that they could approach. The community strategy, maybe they are doing it already, maybe they aren't. From the ads and from the socials, doesn't look like they're building that much of a community, but these are some options that they could do. VIP email listen, okay, VIP SMSs and via WhatsApp. WhatsApp's pretty big within the Middle East. Early access to launches, probably wouldn't recommend it that much. That's more kind of tailored towards not cheaper brands, but lower price ticketed brands. They could do more founder updates. Again, more founder-based content will definitely improve their sales, improve their cost per acquisition. Building that emotional connection to their customer base is only ever going to build that trust and loyalty. Customer spotlights, okay, some interesting stuff that they could do from customer feedback. An exclusive style event, I believe they do this already actually. The 90-day roadmap and what this will look like, I would make sure they introduce 30 new creators. Okay, they're only running 19 ads right now, which is far not enough. 20 UGC creators, okay, work with 20 Middle Eastern women, okay, and there's many websites that you can use for this. Middle Eastern women, okay, create content for them, okay, and use that on the ads itself and for their creatives and reels. New TikTok landing pages, okay, testing different landing pages, okay, as I mentioned on that previous. They could expand and improve their Google search to get more access to more customers searching for specific products within their region. And they're probably doing this already, but scaling winning campaigns is a very basic. If something's producing a 5x ROAS, why would you not throw more ad spend behind it? That's something that they definitely would be doing already, but it's something that I'd ensure that they are doing continuously on a daily basis. Some key takeaways for these guys: they've done really well in terms of building a premium brand within the Middle East for women. The way they've done the pricing points, the way they've done their aesthetics on the Instagram pages, there's just some room for growth, okay? And the room for growth comes from storytelling, a bit more founder visibility, okay, and of course improving their performance marketing. I would help them ensure that they build more of a luxury brand, not just a go-to fashion store. That's a huge difference that you guys can take away after watching this. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you enjoy the content and this style of audits, like, comment, subscribe, leave some comments if you found this valuable. If you didn't, share some ideas on what you'd like to see next. Hopefully you found this valuable. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.